Hello, Ellie. Good morning. Yeah,
Good
that was one of my
morning,
great friends,
everybody.
Matt.
Well, good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome back to the Business Over Brew podcast. My name is Ellie. I will be your host for the day. And please bear with me. I am battling a small little cold this morning. But otherwise, let's get into it. Today, I am sitting down with one of the owners of MattressDogzzz, Richard Kossmeyer, and his right-hand man, Ron Alesandrini. Richard and Ron, welcome to the studio. How are you guys doing today?
Oh my gosh, Ellie, we're doing so great. We just did a 3-day, I don't even know how you would describe it, but it was a personal and professional development course through one of the top people out there in the industry. And it's 40 hours in 3 days. And
Man,
yeah, we do it for work. We're really big on the community and being there for ourselves and our family. And we happen to sell mattresses. That's basically how we brand ourselves. Uh,
right.
we met Ronnie through, what was it, ZipRecruiter?
Yeah, ZipRecruiter,
Yeah.
and it was your first. I think it was your second month of opening.
Yeah. So it's really cool. Ronnie, go ahead and say some things about why you decided to work with us.
Start off. I'm super happy to be here. So I'm actually from Alton, and
There you are.
so the big impact is our first store is located in Valley Park. Our big impact here is they just do so much for the community. They're super family owned and operated. The founders are actually Richard. Kossmeyer was the first person to actually show up to the place. He's the owner. He does so much for the community. His main thing is works for nonprofits. So his main one is Hope, which is House of Purpose of Empowerment. And all the stuff that he does for the community and stays in the community is just exponential. And that's why I choose to drive an hour to work every single day and choose to go out of my way to actually make a difference, because it's not just a company. It's a career in life and in business.
And I mean, I think that is some of the best things that you can say as if I was a customer of you guys. But I'm dying to know, where did the name MattressDogzzz come from?
Yeah, well, great question. And well, we love dogs. That's going to be the obvious there. And my business partner, Raymond Martin, and we sat down and we wanted to encapsulate. We've been in the mattress industry for 50 years combined. And we've worked at top companies, managed top stores, been top performers. And then we were like, hey, let's start our own company. And we wanted to be about loyalty, family, unconditional love. Like, how can we say that, And we really believe dogs are like that.
Totally. Are you kidding me? Absolutely. And Richard,
You like dogs, Ellie?
Oh my gosh, we have a golden doodle. He's the cutest little guy. But I also did grow up living with 2 cats as well. So our household is a mix of love for all types for pets. But I love to hear that. And so, Richard, I did some stalking, some background research on you, and it looks like you're a part of a lot of other opportunities and organizations that seems like they give back. And I would love to just hear more about that, because I was reading a little memoir about you on the website.
Yeah. No, thanks for saying that. I would say probably the one that has like the biggest heart for me is Hope. It's the House of Purpose and Empowerment, and we're out to eliminate human trafficking worldwide. And I get it's a big order. We just celebrated 2 years. We had Elliot Davis at our last event, and he's a Fox 2 You Paid For It news reporter. He just retired, and he did a interview with me while we were there for over 100,000 followers live, and it was just really cool. And then we had another organization, Hope Ministries, a different one. They came, they were the speaker. It was an awesome event. I would say the other ones that have like really that I'm really big on too is we go to the homeless shelter every week. It's Peter and Paul. It's a men's shelter, and we go in there and we talk to the people, do coat drives, food drives. Daquita, she's the manager there. She's one of my great friends, and they just are an extraordinary company. an extraordinary nonprofit. And then we do a lot of work with dogs. Open Door Animal Sanctuary. They're the largest no-kill shelter in Missouri. They're celebrating 50 years.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. And on March 22nd, Ronnie wants me to mention this. We're doing our grand opening for our second location. Here's how cool this is. Really, this is like a Cinderella story.
Okay.
We opened up the Valley Park store, and some of the people that sell mattresses, like I don't want to say names, but some of the reps for the bigger companies came in and said, "Hey, we'd love to work with you, but we don't want you to have any of these other nicer mattresses because you don't live in that good of an area." And people aren't going to come and you won't sell them and things like that. We were like, yeah, let's have a few of them, and they were like, okay. So we did all this stuff. And then within 3 months, we were beating store chains with our sales. And we doubled our budgets. And then within 6 months, we opened our second location, and we have top salespeople from other companies calling us, asking to work with us because they want to be a part of something more than just selling a mattress. Isn't that cool?
No. Oh, are you? Yes. Oh, that is awesome. Are you kidding? But again, like back to what I was kind of saying in the beginning is that to hear that it's not just coming into work, doing my job and leaving, but it's creating a community within MattressDogzzz, and also being able to give back to the community, like you're saying that you guys do once a week, and you do the stuff with Hope. That's awesome to hear.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why Ronnie drives all the parts that he does, and does all the things he does. He's working right now. That they created a nonprofit to work with in February. Him and Raymond did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Would you like to share anything about that nonprofit?
We haven't just actually finished which nonprofit's going. It's still open, but
Sure.
Our event's going to be on February 22nd. But it's also throughout the whole February event. So the big thing is we do doggy dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone that comes in and donates to our nonprofit for that month actually gets double doggy dollars. That's up to $800 off their purchase. And the great thing about MattressDogzzz is it's not just a sales company. Like any person could just buy mattresses, but they actually want to make sure you get better sleep to not only for the customer, but their family, their friends, and like I said, giving back to the entire community.
Sure. And let's pretend role play that I was a customer. I wanted to come in. I don't know a lot of information or background around mattresses. What could you offer? What kind of insight could you offer a customer like me that's looking for a mattress, struggles with sleep, maybe has some back and neck pain? What would you have to offer me?
Well, that's the big great thing about MattressDogzzz is because we actually carry every technology of mattress, not just the few of the other carriers. We carry every single type of technology. So you get to try out every single kind, find out which one's the perfect one for you, perfect fit. Because some of our name brand ones, like Tempur-Pedic, is great for back pain and aches and pains, but some people don't really like the feel of it. So we also offer all the other different technologies to find out which one perfectly fits for the customer.
Sure. That makes so much sense. And I'm curious what both of your day-to-days look like. I can't imagine they always look the same.
Yeah, and Ellie, I want to just go back to that last question too, and Ronnie nailed it on the head. I just want to elaborate just a little bit. We carry all the construction zero, so your traditional mattresses.
Mm-hmm.
We have hybrid mattresses, which is a memory foam on top of a coil system.
Okay.
And then we also have latex beds. Not a lot of people have experienced a latex bed. Latex is really used. They specialize it for people who are even bedridden because it gives you extreme support, but no pressure to where you don't get bed sores. But regular people can use it, but it's just that much pressure relief and that much support, and not a lot of stores carry it, which is really cool. We carry the memory foam ones, like he said, Tempur-Pedic, and we have Beauty Rest and all of those types. And then we have one called Smart Life, which I'm really excited about. It's technology based. So like iPhones, you know how like we love all that kind of stuff and the technology. And I don't know how you feel about this, but you know the robots that are coming out?
Yes. What about them?
I'm scared of them. But it's like really interesting to me, the technology that we're coming out as humans. You know what I mean?
I mean, like, for example, I was in Schnucks the other day grabbing groceries for this week, and there's this little robot thing going down, taking inventory of everything. And even when you walk past it or get anywhere close to it, it has sensors, so it knows to move out of the way. But I don't know if I'm ready for all of this, if I'm being honest.
Well, ready or not, it's like here. So we have this bed. It's called Smart Life, and
Okay.
it has 80 different smart cells in it, and it has thousands of different algorithms. So when you lay on there, it pressure maps you, and wherever you need support at or pressure relief at, it automatically adjusts to your body.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, with different air chambers inside. It's
Mhm.
it's extraordinary. It's really nice mattress. No one else has it. We've had actually people come into our store and then go to major names
Mhm.
in the industry and shop it back and forth, and they ended up choosing this one, which like blew my socks off.
Wow.
So it was just really cool. It's we're the only place in St. Louis. And I'm not sure about Illinois, but we're the only place in St. Louis that has it that I know of. And it's one that we have in an experience room. We spent
Wow.
thousands on this thing, and we had this promotion. We have a lot of different promotions. And one of the promotions was if you can make it through the presentation without falling asleep, you get $100 cool gel pillow.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool for sure.
So you mentioned this like experiment room. Is that where, a customer or a client can come in and test out this bed while you guys are and giving them information?
Yeah, it's exactly like Ronnie said. It's like
Right.
people can come in and be a ticket order. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like, hey, okay, what are you looking for? What size? What are you using this for? Blah, blah, blah. We look at it a little bit differently. We want to know if you have back pain, if you have sleeping problems, what type of things. We educate you on sleep, the 5 different levels of sleep, and I don't know if you knew this or realized this, and a lot of people don't, but we spend 1/3 of our life on a mattress. That's literally a long time. And whenever we sleep, it regenerates our entire body. So one of my mantras, if I get like really into a customer, and they're like, I don't want to say like on the same level, but if they're like, open to it, I'll share with them like one of our mantras is we want to make a difference through a great night's sleep with them.
Mhm.
Of course, but we're really after making a difference in their community, with their family and their workplace through them and a great night's sleep. And have you ever like not gotten a great night's sleep and woke up a little cranky?
Duh, of course. Are you kidding me? I
Yeah,
think everybody has.
yeah. Sometimes we might even say something to someone and be like, "Oops, if I got it more sleep, I wouldn't feel as exhausted. I wouldn't feel as worn out."
Sure.
And basically, like I think of it this way, like we have to work twice as hard to make
Mhm.
half as much. And it's really the inflation and money going up and stuff like
Sure.
that. But it's like you're working here today on your sick day. You know what I mean? It's just like we're nonstop as humans. It's like, no, we're not stopping. We're gonna keep going. I'm the same way. I'm not saying I'm the same way. But it's really like, hey, we need to take care of ourselves
Right.
100%. And this is a way to do it, to regenerate our bodies, to get the maximum out of it, not only for work and things like that, but for the quality of life of families,
Mhm.
communities. It's a big deal.
Yes, absolutely. And I am curious, is there a common denominator when individuals, customers come in as to why they aren't having the best night of sleep? Is there ever a common denominator, or do you feel that in general, each person is completely individual and have their own separate case?
Yeah, both are right answers.
Mhm.
And the 3 main things that people are always looking for is motionless transfer, so you don't feel people moving from side to side,
Mhm.
support, and then something cooling. And some people are like, "No, I don't need cooling. I keep my thermostat at 60." It's like, "Well, okay, I got it." Yeah, it's pretty cool still,
Yeah.
but that's one of the main things a human body naturally has to drop 10 degrees before they fall asleep. There is I don't want to get too technical on here or anything like that, but there's actually fluids in our body that will start dropping our temperature once it turns dark outside. And
Hmm.
that's because our body then starts shutting down. and to go to sleep properly, you have to drop a certain degrees to actually fall asleep. So our bodies naturally do that. And we have the mattresses with the highest technology in the industry.
Right.
And they are designed to drop your body temperature quicker and faster in a safe way that you barely even notice, but it gets you to sleep quicker and then keeps you in your REM sleep longer.
Right.
So sometimes I don't know how much sleep you get, but I'm usually like 6 or 7 hours and I'm like good to go. Some people are like, I need 8 or 10, or some people are like, I need 3 or 4. And we're a place of quality sleep.
Sure.
And we have every price range. We have queens starting at $299 and they go up from there, but we have something for everyone. We have a value center. We carry Serta Perfect Sleeper. We carry Sealy Posturepedic. We carry all the top brands, and then Nectar and Dream Cloud. Have you heard of them?
I have not.
They spend $300 million a year on advertising, and Ashley has just bought them for $1.2 billion. And if you since we're talking about mattress, you might actually see an ad pop up on your phone.
I think I probably will. I can almost guarantee you I will after this.
Exactly. And it'll be a Nectar ad probably.
Oh
but they do a lot of that advertising, and we carry them as well. We're one of the only places in St. Louis that carry every single model of theirs. But they're taking over the industry too, to give like a higher quality at a lower price. In any brand we carry, I know I'm going off. You got me really hot on this subject.
Keep going.
We carry every major Tempur-Pedic, the Beautyrest, the Black Labels, all of that. We don't carry the most expensive ones. We don't carry the cheapest ones. Me and my business partner, with our experience, we went to Las Vegas. We studied them for 7 months with over 20 different manufacturers. And then we got it down to 5 different manufacturers. And then we handpicked each mattress out of there to be the best value. And what we did is we got every price point at every feel.
Okay.
So then every person's different, like you said. So whenever you come in, I would say, hey, okay, well, do you kind of already know what you want? Because people are educated today. So they're on the internet, they're researching. Well, I want a memory foam one. Okay, well, we're not going to look at the latex and the airbeds. You know what I mean? We'll look at the hybrids and the memory foam. We try you on one of each. Now, if you came in, Ellie, and we're like, I have no idea what's going on. This is way overwhelming for me. They have all this information online and all this stuff, but you can't feel them on the computer. Right. It really makes it difficult. You're like, okay, this looks good, great advertising, but does it feel good? Like, am I going to like to lay on it? That's where a lot of people get hung up at it. So what we would do is I would say, well, Ellie, with your permission, I'd like to show you. Well, first, I'd like to pillow fit you, because you need a bed for your head. It's 30% of your support system for your spinal cord, and your brain. It's very important, So we'd pillow fit you. And then after that, I'd say, would you mind if I try you on every construction of mattress they make in the industry? And then from there, whatever construction that you like, I would say, okay, well, this one here is available for purchase, or we can try other ones out like it. So we make it really simple. Then one of my favorite things, we back it up with 90 days. 5 minutes in the store is a lot different than 8 hours a night.
Yep.
So our big things with that is, one, you need to get a mattress protector with it, because that keeps all of the dust mites out and perspiration. Guys especially, we sweat a lot at night. And the perspiration gets into your mattress and it diminishes it within couple years. And these mattresses, the higher end ones, they have a expected longevity of 20 years. 10 to 20 years is what they test them for. So if you take good care of them, it's guaranteed to last you 10 and could go all the way up to 20. Yeah. So it's an investment for yourself, your sleep. And that's how we really look at it. But we want you to keep it for at least 60 days. That's the break-in period for the mattress. And then also the adjustment period. Are you a person like, oh my gosh, this year I'm going to work out, or I'm gonna start like a New Year's resolution? You know what I'm saying?
No, that's very me. Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's humans. Yeah. A lot of people listening right now are like, yeah, me too. Yeah. But that's how it works. Like, we start working out, and then I don't know how you guys are, but I feel sore.
Mm-hmm.
Like the day after, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't work out as much, or I'll skip a couple days, or you know what I mean? But that's how a new mattress is.
Mm-hmm.
We're not used to that type of support. We're not used to that kind of pressure relief. We're not used to that technology. So whenever you first try it out, it could be a lot different than what you were thinking or expecting.
Mm-hmm.
So we want you to commit to yourself and the mattress for 60 days. Give it a fair chance. And then
Absolutely.
for any reason we don't, yeah, absolutely. And for any reason we don't care, between your 60th and 90th day, you can bring it back and exchange it. You know, we don't do a restocking fee, service fees, nothing like that. But we are really committed to people being comfortable. I'm going to knock on wood right now. We've been open now for over 6 months.
Right.
And we have had not one person bring a mattress back to exchange it. And
Nice.
that's almost like unheard of in the industry. And it's really because our professionalism, and we're there with the customer shoulder to shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think of it as like, hey, we're better than you, we're gonna educate you or we're out to get you. You know, we don't think of like, oh, we're begging people to buy a mattress. No, we're walking with you side by side, and we're looking where you are gonna have the opportunity, you know, to rest and then better take care of yourself so you can do whatever you want to do in life.
Right. And I mean, to hear that again, going back to the whole, if I was a customer and I walked in, you're right. It can be extremely overwhelming, especially if you come in with not a whole lot of background around mattresses, the type you're looking for, or your preferences. So to hear that you aren't just a typical salesman when you walk in, it's like, boom, 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 see you later, you're out the door. But to hear that you are walking with them throughout this entire journey, you're there 24/7. If they need anything, they feel comfortable reaching back out to you or coming back in. I just think that's really awesome to hear, especially in our day and age. You know, we all understand how sales work. But to hear that is very comforting as somebody that, I don't know, you guys, you might have sold me. I might have to stop in soon in the next couple of months and check out some mattresses. But you also mentioned briefly talking about that company that was now getting bought out by Ashley, did you say?
Mhm.
So we kind of mentioned in that part about marketing. How does marketing play in with you guys? Because you also are very front facing, and you know, you care about the community and about your customers. So how does marketing play into this? Do you have a strategy that you use or a platform that you feel outperforms for you guys?
Yeah, that's a great question. Ronnie, do you want to take this one?
Well, not only do we do digital marketing, we do direct marketing where we find the most advancement in terms like most success in our direct marketing, in terms like making a difference, being a part of our community. To actually know what's going around the community, you have to be a part of it and in the community. So we take the time to like go to events, see what's going on, see what the community needs. And like you mentioned, one of our nonprofits for Open Door Animal Sanctuary, it's the biggest non-kill shelter in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
And we raised 400 pounds of dog food and over $700 of profit. I think we even got a few dogs adopted that day. It was all online, and people showed up that day for Open Door Animal Sanctuary. We have a big events that people come in, and not only is it in our name, MattressDogzzz, but there you can actually bring your dog in to try out the beds too. We have dog beds. Bully beds are brand new that we just came in. And fun fact about dog beds is actually made by the same material as mattresses, so they get to actually enjoy the same type of material and mattress that you do.
Man, some of those dogs must be living life large then. Holy cow.
Yeah, we actually had one customer. They didn't want to buy a natural dog bed. They actually just ended up buying a whole twin mattress for their entire dog room that just filled up the entire room. They threw pillows in there and just gave them the whole actual twin mattress.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I have not heard of that before, but that's so cool to hear. Seriously.
Yeah. I'm going to ride on Ronnie's coattails with that. We've done a lot of mailers, direct marketing.
Mhm.
We're known as being in a saturated market. There's 22 different mattress stores within 5 miles from us. It's a lot of mattress store options.
Yep.
So what we do is we go out and we make a difference with the community, and we stand shoulder to shoulder with them. You know, one of my favorite nonprofits that we team up with is called Champs. And Pam, I won't say her last name on here, but she's an extraordinary human. And one of the things they started doing, they have therapy dogs that they train.
Right.
And then they do service dogs for veterans that need them. They're $35,000 dogs, and they donate them to veterans that need help. And these dogs do everything. They like open drawers. They go grab stuff for them. They do all kinds of stuff. And they just recently started going to court and being on the stand with kids who have to testify against grown-ups who did things to them that were not appropriate.
Right.
And it's just so beautiful. She told this story of like this kid was 8 years old and she's talking to his lawyer about what happened, and he couldn't do it. All he kept doing is crying and crying and crying. And then he on the bench was laying this dog named Buddy, and there's a group of people in the room and stuff like that. And he leaned over and he put his head on the dog and he goes, "Buddy, I'm so scared to tell everyone here. I'm just going to tell you because I know you won't tell anyone." And he got to share what happened, and it made a difference.
Yes.
You know, and those are the people that we team up with and that make a difference. And I think that's why like we're doing so well. You know, well, I know that's why we're doing so well. People really remember us. And part of one of our promotions coming up in a couple months, you may like this, Ellie, is when you buy a mattress for yourself, we give your dog a new bed for free. So pretty cool.
I go, whoa. That is very cool. And again, like the amount of work that you guys do to really give back to the community, but also still be a part of the community is, I won't say unheard of because it's not unheard of, but it definitely stands out, like you said, amongst the masses of other mattress companies that are everywhere. I mean, I feel like I can drive down Manchester Road and spot 8 to 10 other mattress companies everywhere. So you guys 100%, Mattress Dog stands out amongst the masses. That is, again, really, really, really cool to hear. Do you guys have any plans or any visions for maybe where MattressDogzzz might be in 3 years or 5 years? Do you have any goals that you really want to work towards?
Yeah. Do you, Ronnie, you want to go first? What your goal is?
Sure. My goal for MattressDogzzz is not only be able to reach locally, but worldwide, and like reach a way bigger community and affect more communities than just the one we're local to. Because we are local. We just opened our next store, but 3 years down the line, maybe that'll be 4 or 5 stores.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, Ronnie is exactly right. We're growth. We invest in ourselves first and our people at the stores. And then in turn, we empower them to empower their families and communities. We actually have that in a contract when people start is, you know, that you take care of yourself, you know, and then ultimately make a difference in your own life, the community that you're in, and also your business and your family. You know, we literally put that in writing and have people sign it. Like we are committed to that, you know, and that's the big thing with it. And we already are looking at our 3rd location. We plan to have 5 locations. In the next 2 years, we'll have a total of 5 in St. Louis. And then we're going to look at a different city to go to. And we already have a couple in mind. And we're going to take it step by step too, and make sure that we have a good solid foundation. And that's really like where we've seen success at is the people in the environment, you know, that you're creating. You're in a mattress store. You typically, everyone says this is mattresses like a laundering thing because you never see any customers and, you know, all that. You literally may see like 1 or 2 customers per day. You don't see a whole lot of people.
Right.
You know, and that's the big thing about it is people in most places, they just sit around. That's what we've noticed. You sit around, you're playing computer games, eating sandwiches, you know, talking to your friends, your family. We create these nonprofit events for that reason. You know, that you have something busy, you're looking forward to coming in, you're doing something on your downtime, and you're staying sharp doing it. And then you feel good for making a difference. It always feels good to give back, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So that's what we do.
Right. And let's say, because as we are wrapping up this show, I always like to ask some of these questions.
Yeah.
If MattressDogzzz did not exist and was not ever a thriving, striving mattress company, what do both of you think you would be doing right now?
Mm, yeah, that's a great question. And like first comes to my mind, I sold my power sports company for this.
Mhm.
Motorcycles and four-wheelers and stuff like that. We did a lot of the same things as that model, not to the extreme as this though. My new business partner is about service like I am. So that I would say, I don't know, like maybe traveling or let's see, like business wise. You don't know, huh?
Anything.
Yeah, just whatever on it. That's
Yeah.
just such a great question, and really, it would probably I would be traveling a lot and then volunteering everywhere. That's what I was doing for 2
Sounds
years.
about right.
Yeah. I still went to detox centers, homeless
Mhm.
shelters. I coach people all over the world on creating nonprofits. I'm a lot of time with my family and friends and the community. We always put together dinners for extraordinary people and just big people doing huge things in the world. It's so amazing to see, and I get very moved by it. Ronnie, he's already a great person and awesome and amazing, and he got an opportunity to look at some things and take some things to the next level this weekend. And that's what we're really about is to like look at those stuff and really experience life. I'm really
Right.
big of like whatever opportunity is there for me, like be open-minded and clear-headed enough and have enough courage, be
Mhm.
courageous enough to take it on and accept it, and look at it. There's some things that they said about the nonprofit or coaches that they want us to do that scares me. I spent the first 6 months of the nonprofit shadow boxing and crying.
Mhm.
It's a tough thing. Not a lot of people know that about the human trafficking and and Missouri's a hot state and all that stuff. It's a really big deal. So that's just a great question. It caught me off guard. And really, like, if I didn't have the mattress store, I'd be doing the exact same thing. And it's exactly like I said, what we do to brand ourselves.
And just like Richard here, I did third party construction before this, so I
Mhm.
made an impact on the community with like making sure things were safe for the community. But I never had a direct impact. You never see no one's usually happy about, oh hey, they made a new road. You don't get to see how happy people are. But with this, I'm directly connected to their families and making an impact on inside the household, not just on the household. So I get to actually see how happy. So I'd still be making a difference without MattressDogzzz. I just wouldn't. I would have a lot less smiles directly, and I would have such a less impact. When you make a family smile, not only do you lighten up the whole house, but
Mhm.
that coffee that morning just tastes that much better. Uh,
Oh,
and then another number one question that we always get, with me being the new guy and the first hire through MattressDogzzz, the number one question I always get is, what's it like being a part of a growing company? Does it ever scare you? I mean, being a part of a growing company, it's a lot of work. It's a little rough starting off, but I'm sure when we get to the end, it's going to be something to bark about.
right. And I mean, in my experience, the best part of being a part of a company that is still fresh, new, and growing is that you get to wear so many different hats and you get so much different type of experience that maybe you wouldn't if it was an extremely established company with tons and tons of employees. So I always love getting in on something right in the beginning, toughing it out, and seeing this masterpiece being made. And so my last question really for you both is, what type of advice would you give to somebody that either wants to open their own business and be a small business owner or wants to get into the mattress industry? What type of advice could you give them?
Mm, mm. Do you want to say anything
Well,
first? Or?
I'm gonna actually steal this one from a movie, and it's from We Bought a Zoo, and
Oh,
I
I
can't
love that
I
movie.
can't tell people what to do about mattresses or what company they're selling. I can't say it's going to be successful, but all it takes is 20 seconds of intense bravery, and I promise you something great's going to come from it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would say don't do it. Do not open your own company. It's kind of like when you're like not the manager and you're like, I can't wait till I get to management. And then I can tell people what to do and make more money and do less work. And then you get to management and you're working way more and you're making more and it's a lot more responsibility. And then ownership's exactly like that. I can't
Mhm.
wait till I'm in ownership. I don't have to do less work. I could tell people what to do. It's nothing like that. Nothing like that. And Steve Jobs says it really great.
Mhm.
It's not for the faint of heart. A lot of people who start businesses fail. You want to find something that you're passionate about and it's not working. It's not like working, you know, like you're just doing it. You're living your life. That's why I loved your question. It really just cleared it up for me. And I was like, wow, I would literally be doing the same thing.
Right.
You know, if I didn't have Mattress Dog, I would literally be doing the same thing. And it's just like our message or what we're about. Our branding is, you know, we do all this stuff for the dogs and nonprofits with them and humans and great things with our families and communities. And we happen to sell mattresses. Would you like to buy one? That's like what we have at the end of it, you know, but what a brilliant question. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I've had such a great time talking with both of you this morning. Thanks so much for taking time out of your days. I know you guys have a lot going on, but this was a great time with you. Thank you again. For those listening, I will have all of the links, all the locations, everything will be listed down below, and go check them out, you guys. Thank you both, Richard and Ron, and have a great rest of your day.
You too,
You
Ellie.
too,
Thank
Ellie.
you.
Thank you so much.